Chad really hooked into this idea of trying to study John Wick through the situations of other characters, and he was really drawn to the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so enter Donnie Yen as Kane, and Shamir Anderson as the Tracker. We have Hiroyuki Sanada, who I worked with on 47 Ronin. He has a daughter who's working with him, and that's the incomparable Rina Sawayama. And then the antagonist of the piece, the Marquis, Bill Skarsgård. You're kind of following their stories as they're trying to get John Wick, and Kane and John Wick have a past. The Tracker is kind of a younger character who's kind of outside of it, who's not an assassin, but then takes a deal, the force to become an assassin, and these characters come after John, and then there's moments where we have to work together against the table. So that dynamic is a way of opening up the world. Who are these other characters that exist in this world? And then how do they interact with John, and how does John interact with them? We wanted to bring the muscle cars back. They found this cool Barracuda, so now it's like smashing people, hitting people, getting on it, throwing them off with like little 180s and sending them off. And then there was the drift around the car shooting at people. Then we were doing like 3 lanes of traffic, and so there's gunfights within traffic, and then some judo, and then there's dog hits. We can talk about the dogs later, and then, or talk about the dogs. Back from chapter 3, but now painted in here in chapter 4 with Andrew, the dog master. The training went longer than 3 months, and it was 5 days a week, 4 hours a day. So it was a 2-hour morning session, lunch, 2-hour afternoon session. And for me, it's just been awesome to work with these stunt people and just have what they shared with us was the affection that they have for the John Wick films. Because John Wick action is a little different. It's a lot. Because Chad wants reality, he wants Rex, he wants it to feel real. He wants the beautiful violence. And so do we, and so do they. But all of these people have just really taken care of me. He's extraordinary in the sense of how he's grown, how he matriculates all of his inspirations and his knowledge and his practicality. So to me, he's the director. He's also got a great hand and ear for script and for production. He knows how movies get made. And here, being on chapter 4, you know, I say these John Wick films for Chad and I are like we prepare a meal. We're the chefs, and he's the head chef. I'm a sous chef, and then we would find the ingredients. We're putting it together. And that partnership has been really fun and some of the best creative days for me.